I like doing this, man. It's fun. It's a lot of like relief to get a lot of these stories out too. I think if you're watching this video, you should probably do something like this too, man. Just get it out, man. Get off your chest. A lot of people are so afraid to like let people know about their history and their past. You're just gonna take it to the grave with you? Like, why? What are you trying to say? What type of legacy you trying to say? People call me legacy. They also call me Dynasty though too. But I got a cool one for you guys. So I had a girlfriend, and this was back in like the early, uh, was it? No, it was before 2000s actually. Maybe it was like right at the beginning of 2000s. Something like it's in that area. And I had a girlfriend, and she was dope, pretty cool. And I remember I had a crush on her because my boy was dating her. My boy was dating her, and man, he was so cool, man. That dude was so cool. Uh, Alex, they used to call him Bugs or Boogie. He used to breakdance. He helped me with breakdance. He helped me with gliding and sliding and stuff like that. But he was smooth with it though, dope. And I remember I went over to this young lady's house, but he took me like he was like, "Oh, I'm about to go see my girl," and he went over there, and I was like, "Yo, I like." She looked funny, you know what I'm saying? She just didn't look like the regular type. She looked cool. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, "Oh man, he lucky." I ain't saying nothing. I wasn't worried about it. But I remember he moved though. He moved out of Long Island. He went to Brooklyn. So now he out there. And I think they broke up. They broke up. You know what I'm saying? Because I wound up being with her, but it wasn't my intention to be with her in that way. Like I was working at my job, and she wound up getting a job at my job because her sister worked there. So I'm like, oh, that's the shorty. And then we all went to the same school. So I would see her at school too. And I wound up, I don't know how we got together. I think, yeah, you know how we got it was like fate because at my job, I was working at the Boys and Girls Club. You don't most of the time when you're like kind of new, you don't know who your staff members are going to be unless you're like in leadership. And she wound up working with me, and she was in my camp. She was in my classroom. Like she was like my partner. So we would talk a lot, and then we wound up like that was it. We started dating. Um, she yeah, she's a cool girl, man. Crazy but cool. You know what I'm saying? From Brooklyn, and I'm from Brooklyn too, and I really liked her, man. But the reason why I bring up this story is because it was a funny situation. You never know. You should always trust your gut. I just want to tell you, you should always trust your gut. One night we're on the phone. Now, mind you, I had moved. I was in Hempstead, but I moved. Now I'm in Roosevelt. So I'm in Roosevelt, and it's different. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not close. I'm not like in walking distance to our house. You got to drive to get over there. And one night we're on the phone. We're talking, but she rushed me off the phone, kind of like, "Oh, let me get off. I'm about to go walk down to CVS and get something really quick, and I'll be back." CVS is down a block from my house. It's pretty close. But the problem that I had with that was we're high school students. It's late at night. Why are you going to CVS? Shouldn't your parent be going to CVS? Or like, shouldn't you have done that earlier in the day? So I'm waiting though, waiting for the phone call to come back. 5 minutes go by, 10 minutes go by. It don't take that long to get down there. 15 minutes go by, but I'm like, I'm in a room now. I call Legend. I think I called Legend into my room. I went into his room. I'm like, yo, Ledge, son ain't right. He said, with what? And I said her name. I'm like, yo, I said, I feel something's up, son. I feel like something ain't right. He was like what? Like, what do you think? I'm like, I said, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know. I just feel like, I said, yo, she rushed me off the phone. She never rushed me off the phone. We could talk for hours. And on top of that, I just have this gut instinct like something's wrong. He said, what do you want to do? I said, I don't know what to do. He said, you want to go over there? I said, you want to drive over there? He said, yeah, let's go. So we drive over. So we driving, we talking all the way there, like, yo, son, what if she mess with somebody? What you want to do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like this is like some hood shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? We got mad bats and, you know what I'm saying, all shit in the car, like aluminum bats, take nigga head off type shit. You know what I'm saying? And we got other stuff in the vehicle. You know what I'm saying? We get pulled over, niggas like, yo, son, yo. So, and we chilled though. We didn't rush it though. We didn't speed over. We did the speed limit. We get over there, coming down to the block. We don't go to her block. We go around to where the CVS is at. Checking on the CVS. Don't see her at the CVS. Now we creep up though, like maybe like one block above her block. So we're coming down, like we're coming down, and then we pull over and we park and we turn the headlights off. And now but we have vision of her house. So we're just looking at the house. Like literally, like, just looking at the house. And as we're looking at the house and we're talking, Legend goes, yo, ain't that son car? Ain't that son car that live over there? You know what I'm saying? Live on like in Parkside? I'm looking. Like, oh shit. I'm like, that's that nigga's car, son. So I'm getting tight. I'm ready to get out the car, just go over there, handle my business. You know what I'm saying? Legend was like, chill. Like, you know, he in the driver's seat, so he touched me like this. Like, chill. Just not even worth it. Just wait to see. I was like, all right, cool. Sure enough, man, we sitting there. Legend said, call her. I said, all right. Call her. She picks up the phone and says, oh, I'm doing something in the house. Blah, 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 blah. And probably like, I'll call you back. Hangs up the phone. Probably like, look, maybe like 2-3 minutes after that, she gets out the nigga's car, son. She gets out the nigga's car, me and Legend like, yo. Then he peels off. Legend was like, yo. I'm like, yo. Like, it blew me away, son. It blew me away. That made me pay attention more in life. You just never know what can happen in life. You just never know. You don't know what's on other people's mind, what they're going to do. You don't know. Just put it like this. Y'all don't know shit, man. Nobody knows nothing. So then he pulls up to the crib. I get out. I go knock on the door, the side door. She comes over the way. She was shocked. What are you doing here? I was like, yo, why the fuck you cheating on me? We was wailing at that side door. Wow, cursing everything, son. And then the moms came. Get the fuck away from my house. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, the moms. I respect the mom. I left, son. Moms ain't gonna beat my ass, son. And I wasn't mad at her like I wanted to hit her or anything like that. I really liked her a lot, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was my road dog. You know, we worked together. Like, you know, we're all young. You know, you don't go through stuff like that in life at that age. You know what I'm saying? That was like my first time going through anything like that. So I leave. I'm tired. We go home. I couldn't even sleep. But the funny thing is that the next Monday we had to go to work. We had to work. So we get to work, and you know, I'm standing outside waiting for the kids to come in. You know, we're working at the Boys and Girls Club, and she comes to work, and she starts up again. But she's like, we're arguing now. We start arguing at the front door while you know what I'm saying, we're waiting for kids to come in. like arguing. Like, yo, you shouldn't do this. You should be watching me. You shouldn't be spying on me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, instead of owning up to the problem, you know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have did what I did. So I'm supposed to just allow my life to be in jeopardy while somebody else is doing something with mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. We both got fired. We got fired, son. We got fired. I was tight. I'm a young black man in the hood. I don't. I'm not highly educated. You know what I'm saying? I'm smart, but I'm not highly educated. I don't have like skills and talent at this time. What am I gonna do with myself? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to work at McDonald's. Yeah, that job was like my style. You know. So I'm at home not making no bread, no nothing. It's crazy, son. That was crazy time. So I remember but I had connections. I'm always the type of person that some people like. You know what I mean? And you know what it is with me? A lot of people don't like me, but the right people like me. That's the best way to put it. A lot of people do not like me, son. There's somebody watching this video right now, I'm like, yep, he right. Because they don't like me. Like, that person who's watching this video don't like me. But the right people like me. And if you can find the right people to like you, you'll be okay. So I had some connections in the town of Hempstead. So when they found that I got fired, I didn't even ask them. They told me to tell them the story. I told them the story, and that was it. That was the end of that phone conversation. Next, you know, I get a phone call from the Boys and Girls Club asking me to come back to the job site and for me to interview for my job again. So I spoke to the person from the town of Hempstead, but I didn't speak to them as if like I called them to complain to them. I was already friends with this person. So when I got fired, it was in conversation, like, oh, they just fired me today, man, blah, 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 blah. That person made their phone calls and they know all the people on the board for my job. So the board calls back to, you know what I'm saying, the people down below and said, yo, give that man another chance. Give him an interview. Then when the board speaks, they gotta listen, no matter if they didn't like the situation or not. Because there was no physical harm that was done. It was only just me and her yelling at the doorway. So there was nothing that they could say like, oh, he went to jail for this. You know what I'm saying? So he can't come back, you know? So I wound up going there for my interview. First of all, I thank, you know what I'm saying, that person who got me that, he helped me with that. And then I went for the interview. I aced the interview because I know the job like the back of my hand. I was like the main person there. And they asked me straight questions like, "You gonna do this again?" Blah blah blah. You gotta like kind of like suck up a little bit. No, we'll never do that again. Whatever. So I got the job back, and I remember the sister, and then a couple other people that's cool with the sister. They hated me, man. They was like, "Yo," and they would talk behind my back. And I told you, a lot of people don't like me, but the right people like me. So certain people, you know what I'm saying, it was in those conversations that when they was talking behind my back, came and let me know the information. Like, yo, this is what they said about you. They said, yo, you begged for your job back. Bah, 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 bah. They were saying all sorts of crazy, wow, off the wall type shit that never even happened. Like, and the funny part about it is, if they knew me, they worked with me for years. If they really, really knew me, they would know I would never even do stuff like that. That's just not in my nature. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the type of person, I shut down a lot. I'm the person who shut down. Like, I will not talk to you. I'll just shut down, keep to myself. I won't beg for nothing. I won't do none of that shit. You know what I mean? But I had my job back. But I was walking around that building glowing like, hee hee. Funny story, man. Funny story. And I got a lot of these stories, man. Got a lot. I'm gonna keep them coming too. It's your boy Old Five Dynasty, man. About to have a little bit of the water.